sync your footage because you're using 2 different cameras. You know in the movies where they take that thing and they go, take one. You see that? You know what that's for? Sound. So that's a marker. So 1, 2, 3, mark. Now it knows when I sync it, how to sync the audio to the, so I can use 2 different clips. So I can switch back and forth. Like if you're ever watching a YouTube or something and like you're seeing something while they're talking and they've got 2 different cameras where you can see them from different angles. So like right here, I can talk to this camera and then that camera over there is shooting footage out there. And so I can sync them together so that when I'm talking and I say, man, look at that car right there, that Chevy Cobalt. People will see it right there because they're synced together. You have to do that in Final Cut Pro in the editing software. So that's what I'm testing out here. Because see, I have 2 different, got the Sony cameras, and then I'm also checking to see how well the audio is on the new GoPro Hero 7.
Oh, that's new.
Hero 7. Well, it's a couple months old, or a month old. But this one is different from that one. This one right here is supposed to be better. Stabilization as well as audio, but we're gonna see. That's what when I'm out on the road and stuff, I'm gonna have different cameras set up so that when I'm driving and talking. Because don't you like to watch videos where there's lots of different, versus just watching somebody? That gets boring, doesn't it? Versus if you see a bunch of, you know, B-roll footage or different angles. People like to watch that. We'll go to IHOP, have some pancakes, bacon, eggs, or something, whatever you want. They've got different stuff. Orange juice, coffee. They don't have any lattes. Be interested to see how well the audio in this is, how much it picks up road noise and sound. Is there any, you know, every time we hit a bump, is there any scratching, vibration? Yeah. Well, they have, both of the cameras have stabilization built into them. So the picture will be nice and smooth, but sometimes the audio isn't always the best. Well, we'll see. I don't, with this one, I don't think so. But, yeah, because we'll have to, I don't know. Because the Apple Store don't open up until 10. Let's go, people. Let's go, peeps. Get off your phones. Spinning the wheels. Got no weight back here. That's what happens when you don't have any weight. Here comes the old golf course. Won't be playing there no more. Because, alright, don't have the membership ended this month. So since I won't be around as much, I'm not going to play there anymore. I'm going to play different places. Take you with me when I play some other places, but I won't be playing there. Excited about your new phone? Yeah. It's going to be pretty cool, man. Now, you won't be able to use it today because your case won't be here until tomorrow. It's coming from Amazon. Because I don't want you accidentally drop it or something, break it. Because it has no protection. Crack the screen or something. Yeah, big time. was in high school and way before you were ever born, I used to come to IHOP and eat breakfast. I wouldn't do it all the time, but sometimes. You've been, yeah, it's been a long time since you've been in here. 2016. Remember we came over here with Grandpa News? Might be packed up. That's okay. I had to wait. It's not too bad.
Sort of feels like it's changed over time.
No, it's basically the same thing. We'll park backwards in here. Okay, it's recording. Headed to the mall. We may have to sit in the mall parking lot for a while. See if it sees you over there. It should. It's pretty wide. Not so much change in here. Tires Plus. Buffalo. Santa Fe Cattle Company. Steak, ribs, and fajitas. TCU.
Federal Credit Union.
The Federal Credit Union. Well, that's going to always happen because of the fall of man. Man thinks it always has to oppose its will on somebody else versus just allowing people. Because, see, there's some people out there that sometimes you have to go to war because there's such evil people out there doing mean things to people. It's kind of like if you see someone being bullied, you wouldn't want to just let someone be bullied. You would want to help them. And so the United States, when we see other people, well, not even our allies, but when we, like, back in the 90s, there was an issue with a place called Kuwait. And a guy named Saddam Hussein, who was the ruler of Iraq, he went into Saudi Arabia and made them prisoners. And the very first George H.W. Bush, back in 1990, told him to leave. He said, no, I'm taking over this land, and I'm going to oppress these people. It'd be like if someone came into Broken Arrow and said,
they're going to take us hostage.
Yeah, they're going to take us hostage. And so the United States said, no, you are not going to do that. And if you don't leave, we will send in our military. And he said, send them. So we did. We went to war. And it didn't last very long. Because, see, one thing the United States military has that's more than anybody else is we have, well, not just nuclear, because we don't use it that much, but we have some of the best trained special forces. We have the best technology. We have missiles. We have things that are called Patriot missiles. We have things that are called cruise missiles. We can, from space, put a dot on that house, and our bomb will hit just that house. We're strategic. We have drones. We have a very large military that's very well trained, and so other countries never want to go to war against us. Not only that,
because they're afraid that their land's going to be taken.
well, they're afraid. Well, they're afraid not so much that because we don't take people's land. We're liberators. We set people free. We go into places like Iraq and Iran, and we fight for them. And then once we've won the fight, we allow them to keep their country, and we leave. Kind of like if there was something going on and you needed help and you called the police, they would come and help you. And then after they helped you, they would leave. That's what we do. Sometimes we have to stay for a while to make sure the bad guy doesn't come back. That's why when you become 18, when you become a high school senior, you'll start getting letters from the military, from the Air Force, the Marines. They're wanting to recruit you to come there. Army, Navy, Air Force, the Marines. And some people do.
It's rough.
Yes, it can be very rough. Some people, when they graduate high school, they just go to work somewhere. Other people go to college. Other people go to a trade school.
What's a trade school?
Like if you wanted to be a heat and air repairman, you wanted to be an electrician, you wanted to be a plumber, you wanted to learn how to weld, you want to work on cars. But you want to go to something that's going to teach you something that you want to do. That way, when you get through with it, you can do it and get paid. I highly recommend that when you graduate high school, you go to at least 2 years of community college, and that's right here. So you can still live at home and go to community college over at TCC. Do your basics, like English. You have to do some math. You have to do some science. You have to do like Spanish. You have to do some different classes. And then after you have your 2 years associate's degree, then you can, if you want to get a bachelor's degree in something, that's when you think, I want to be a policeman, or I want to be, whatever it is you want to be. Then you continue your education towards that. That's why you want to be thinking, even though you're 14, it's important to be thinking about what you would like to do. What is it that you enjoy doing, or you think you would enjoy doing? So that it's important when you graduate high school that you have a plan. You know what you want to do. Because there's so many people that don't know what they want to do. They don't have any passion about something. Some people like helping other people, so they become, a psychiatrist. They become a therapist. They become, they go to school and become an attorney, or they become a dentist, or there's all kinds of things. Every place you see, there's jobs like those people right there. That person's an optometrist. Some people go to school to be a banker.
That bank's been very
Well, people don't go to banks very much because everything's done on the internet. So there's no reason to go to a bank. You can deposit your money now through an app.
Well, why do they keep them?
Well, they keep them open so like if somebody wants to open up a new account, or maybe somebody wants to come in there and get a loan because they're going to buy a new house, or maybe they're going to buy a new car or something like that. Most people, once they open an account, they really don't go back in there.
So you don't use banks as much.
Well, you use them. It's just, again, you do everything on an app on your phone. Like, you know how like you go in there and pull up your grades? That's what people do when they bank. They just go in and pull up their account on their phone. They can pay their bills. They can transfer money. They can deposit money. But, you know, the important thing in life is that no matter what you do, you want to make sure it's something that you are happy doing. Because you don't want to do things that you really aren't happy, aren't fun, you don't think are fun. That you don't think, well, you know, I kind of like doing this. It's not just always about money. Money is important because you have to have money to have things.
But money, it doesn't make you happy.
No, money will never make you happy. You know, only people who are born again and Jesus lives in your heart are actually going to ever be truly happy. You know, money allows you to do things here on this earth, but there's a lot of people who are rich that are very poor. Meaning they're poor spiritually. They're never happy. They're always buying things because they think that's going to make them happy. So you have to just, you know, you have to be happy with who you are. Don't try to be what other people say you should be. Don't be something that you're not. Just be you. Because there's only one you in the whole world. There's not anybody else just like you. There's no one that looks exactly like you. There's no one who talks or walks or thinks, or everybody is an individual. The only people who have someone that looks like them would be twins. There's some people that look familiar. They resemble somebody. Like that one time when you saw that one show and you go, that guy kind of looks like you. You know, there's people out there that will look like you, but they're not you. And, you know, people say, oh, you're not supposed to do that. Well, who says that? Who says that you can't do that? You know, now if there's a law that says you can't, then you can't. But there's people out there that try to tell people they need to do things, and you know, why? You know, don't do things just because people tell you to do it. Always ask why. And don't do it unless you understand why. Yeah, it's not too bad this morning because it's early. We may just go into a mall and walk. Get some exercise. So we can just walk around up there until everything opens. That's what a lot of people do. They come up here and they go to the mall and they walk and get exercise. Yeah. They put their, yeah, when we get up here, you'll see people with headphones on. And they're just walking, getting exercise. Because it's, you know, it's not cold. And if it's rainy, you can still walk. Bricktown Brewery. Well, time will. Black Bear Diner, that's new. I didn't know that. Outback's revamped their place. But, you know, the companies, the different places will do renovation.
Haven't ate out on the
I know that we haven't in a long time. We really don't eat out very much anymore as far as restaurants. Because it's too, well, number one, it's too expensive. It's expensive to eat there. But it's also, you know, kind of like how you don't like talking to a lot of people at school. I don't like being around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? People have too much drama. Yeah. People got too many dang problems, and I don't want to deal with your problems. I don't want to hear about your problems. I mean, it doesn't mean I don't love people. It doesn't mean I don't like people. It's just I don't care to be around it. I have to go into here. Park over here.
To be honest, it looks like they revamped that thing over there.
Yeah. Look at this, man. We're going to get right up front, dude.
Man,
And we got prime parking.
to be honest, what are they gonna do about small?
Oh, they're renovating it into something